KILR. KLR James.
Hello gamers, simmers, and pilots. I am the Killer Gamer, and welcome to my tour around the world.
What's it look like, United 2298? 2298, I got a call center on you. Got one going to LA ahead of you.
Featuring Flight Simulator 5.1. After we get talked to, apparently. So, where we're at and where are we going? Well, you may notice that the airport that we're kind of sitting at the moment looks a little bit different than where we landed. And the sun is going down. But let's go ahead and go over what's going on here. So we're moving into new territory that will not be on the sublogic maps. So we're going to be using an actual VFR map to kind of show you whereabouts we're going. So here we are with Crosse, and we're going to be flying in this direction along the river, well, for as long as we can see it, until we get to here, Red Wing Regional. So that is where we're going. I will go ahead and put this on so that way we can see the instruments, the navs and everything. So we can see here that if we tune into Nodine, actually this right here should get us in that right direction, right about here, if we take the 312 radio. So we can tune this in and we can fly along the river for as long as we possibly can. Alright, and then I've got my actual binder, my flight manuals and stuff that are from the former pilot. Alright, so let's go ahead and get our radios set here. Nodine is 117.9, so we'll go ahead and set that.
United 772, how long before you're ready? We'll be another 3 minutes, United 772.
And it was it 327? Is that what we said? No. 312. All right. Okay, there we are. We're all set here.
Ground, this is TWA 730. We're going to taxi out, and if you have to hold us in the pad down there at the end at 25 right, that's fine.
TWA 730, Roger. You'll probably be holding a pad out here by the terminal. It's pad 2.
I think we'll...
003 Heavy, gate 27 is occupied. Just make the left turn on uniform.
I think we'll turn that down a little bit.
Left turn on uniform and hold.
Let's move up to this here.
Ground United 1286 Heavy.
And we'll take off.
Gate 74 Norman 5. United 1286, push time for 25. Roger. Now at 77, foot taxi now. Speed 107 Heavy, stay on the ramp, and after you pass Terminal sunlight, transition to the outer, taxi runway 25 right.
And that is RealATC, the program RealATC. Well, we're not moving, are we?
That's roll 32 Alpha. Make the left turn on Tango, right turn at 49, but hold short of uniform. 32 Alpha.
Well, it looks like there's a few buildings over here. I don't know if those are the buildings that I placed, or what. Well, let's go ahead and get up in the air before we run out of light here.
Making a 915 halfway to taxi K after the west turn left on the ramp 25.
I should change this over to tower.
Frontier 43, hold short 25 right, stand straight, no safe traffic is departing.
5 right, Frontier 43.
Vector 609, traffic's landing, runway 19 left, we'll hold short the intersection, runway 25 right, clear takeoff, wind at 350 at 5. That's 609, going to go, 250. Tower Learjet 114 to Charlie on the visual 25 left. Learjet 114 to Charlie, tower traffic MD80 short final runway 25 left, clear to land, wind 350 at 5. Okay, we're clear to land on 25 left, Learjet 4 to Charlie.
Alright, I think we see the Mississippi River up here. Along with some roads. Now the airport that we're flying to is actually in some scenery that I downloaded. From flightsim.com.
Vector 609, contact departure, good day. Good day.
Originally, I had actually created the airports. I had put in the runways and stuff, but then I found the file that puts in Wisconsin, and it's got all the roads and everything, so... And it did a much better job on the river.
Looking at 59 X-ray, where you park the signature. 59 X-ray, roger. Hold short of Delta for traffic on your left and contact ground 121.9, please. Okay, hold short of Delta and going ground, 59 X-ray.
Go. Turn our lights on here. Okay. I had our card heat on because once it do this, it makes the sound mess up because this was cold. So I think we can go ahead and turn that off now.
Tower Richard 98 Heavy, you're ready to move departure. Richard 898 Heavy, left tower, hold short, runway 25 right. Hold short, 25 right, Richard 898. Tack Valley 7516. Taxi to parking, monitor 121.1. Taxi to parking, monitor ground 7516 tonight.
So we can see, looks like there's a city off here in the distance. I'm not sure how far away the airport is. Let's set our autopilot here. Autopilot connected on. Altitude, we'll say 3,500. Seems good.
Departure Skyhawk 80377's with you, climb at 3,500 if we can, and go into Southwest County, South County. 0377 main, north of Highway 101, you can see your own navigation, maintain the car. 377, will do.
I gotta figure out what I did with my binder. What did I do with it? My cat wasn't feeling very good. Huh. Oh. Here it is. So take a look at the maps here. Let's see. On the border of Wisconsin, and Red Wing is actually in Minnesota.
Chicago 403, traffic 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 3 miles southeast on the Toronto, climbing to 4,000, management attack, maintaining visual separation. Third flag, Scott 403.
You might have an interesting time trying to find an airport here.
Southwest 1749 in family, can you start your climbs?
1749,
Those are airport charts. That's Oshkosh. Not really caring about that area. Sawyer, that's close. Huh. Okay, I don't think we're going to be able to find what I'm looking for in this. Oh, I'll put that binder back. Okay, I believe I know what we can use here. The Eau Claire VOR. We set this to 11.2.9. And we set this to 240. We'll catch this radio here.
They're going to continue westbound at 3,500.
Thank you. Our departure down on 1622 out of 3.3 for 17,000.
Channel 1620 starts radar contact. Plan to maintain 900,000.
900,000, Channel 1622.
Cactus 450, connect under 124.2.
124.2, Cactus 450.
Well, I think I see an airport up here, but I don't believe that's it. I don't think we're that close.
Continental 1622, flying heading 050.
Heading 050, Channel 1622.
And Continental 1622, climb maintain 10,000. Good traffic, about 12 o'clock and 10 miles southwest, bound indicating 10,900 unverified. Appears to be climbing. Expect higher once you pass that traffic.
1622, Roger, 050, 10,000.
That's going to be a different airport, but I don't know what the airport is, actually.
Channel 1622 under 050, heading intercept 039 radio to Oviedo intersection, rest routes unchanged.
039 to Oviedo, rest of the route unchanged. Stay on present heading, Channel 1622.
Red Wing is east-west, so this definitely is not going to be the right airport. It's sitting at an angle.
Channel 1622, men heading to join that radio, flying heading 080, join 039 radio.
080 now to join 039 on Channel 1622.
And Channel 1622, that vehicle traffic 2 o'clock and 2 miles indicating 1,200.
Got him, TCAS is talking to us about him, but we don't see him. Departure NASA 906 with your passing 3,700 to 17,000.
NASA 906 for its radar contact. NASA 906, try to maintain 14,000.
906 will be 14,000.
NASA 916, thanks for the tight turn, that traffic's no factor. Additional traffic 12 o'clock and 14 miles northbound, a C9, level at 15,000.
Okay, that might be Winona Municipal.
Seneca 6, Julie Golf Arch, radar contact, on maintain 4,500. Navy Juliet 0216.
That is along the way.
Navy 216, your traffic 10 o'clock and 6 miles southeast on a T38, climbing out of 13,000 for 14,000.
Yeah, we're looking for maybe, yeah, 216.
Okay. It's got one runway, runway 12, runway 30, yeah. And we're at a heading of almost 310. So, yeah, I think that's what that airport was.
NASA 906, you're for that altitude, maintain 14,000 for that C9 traffic.
906 will be 14,000.
Thanks, I appreciate that. NASA 906, the traffic so fast, climb, maintain 17,000.
906 will be 14,000 for 17,000.
Seneca 6, Juliet Golf, stay requested on course heading.
Okay, John, departure.
Seneca 6 Julie Golf Flight, requested altitude 10,500 and say you're requested on course heading.
Course heading is 211.
Your on course heading is 211. Roger.
Departure Frontier 154, 3 for 17.
Frontier 154 into radar contact. Pilot maintain 7,000 only.
7,000. You're 154.
Navy Juliet 0216, turn left.
I am not sure how far away we are.
American 129, turn right heading 040.
40 back 129.
Now, there are these little numbers along the radio that I think represent miles. Let's see. 24 and 24 is 48. Plus 22 is 70. 84. 84 miles away, I'm guessing. So we still have 60 miles to go.
Departure Skyhawk 80377's with you, climb to 3,500 if we can, and on to Southwest County, South County. 0377 main, north of Highway 101, you can show your own navigation, maintain VSR. 377, will do.
Well done.
Dallas 403 traffic, 11 o'clock,
11,
12 o'clock, 3 miles southeast on Tornado, climb to 4,000, matching attack, maintaining visual separation. First side, Scott 403.
Southwest 1749 in Fable, you can stretch your climb.
7849, that's North 11, traffic still climb south miles westbound on Navajo, 3,500. Division, Intercept on Reddit, 12 times 5 miles westbound, and they're going to continue at 3,500.
Thank you. Our departure down on 1622 out of 3.3 for 17,000.
Now 1620 towards radar contact. Pilot maintain 9,000.
9,000 down on 1622.
Cactus 450, contact under 124.2.
124.2, Cactus 450.
Continental 1622, flying heading 050.
Heading 050, down on 1622.
And Colonel 1622, climb maintain 10,000. There's traffic at 12 o'clock and 10 miles southwest, but indicating 10,900 unverified. Appears to be
I don't
climbing.
think there's a way to
Once you pass that traffic.
1622, Roger, 050.
make the chatter
Colonel 1622 on the 050 heading into
less
039
busy.
radial to Oviedo intersection, rest routes unchanged.
039 to Oviedo, rest of route unchanged. Stand on present heading, Colonel 1622.
Colonel 1622, men ahead and join that radial, flying heading 080 to 039 radial.
080 now to join 039, I'll count now 1622.
And Colonel 1622, that vehicle traffic is 2 o'clock at 2 miles indicating 1,200.
We got him, PCAS is talking to us about him, but we don't see him.
Departure NASA 906 with you, passing 3,700 to 17,000.
NASA 906 for radar contact. NASA 906, high maintain 14,000.
906 over 14,000.
NASA 916, thanks for the tight turn, that traffic cell factor. Additional traffic 12 o'clock and 14 miles northbound, a C9, level at 15,000.
Looks like we're following this road.
Seneca 6 Julie Golf
Yeah.
radar contact, climb maintain 4,500.
4,500.
Navy Juliet 0216, flying 360.
360, Navy 216.
Navy 216, there's traffic 10 o'clock and 6 miles southeast on a T38, climbing out of 13,000 for 14,000.
Okay, we're looking for Navy 216.
NASA 906, you could go to that altitude, maintain 14,000 for that C9 traffic. Thanks, I appreciate that.
Like the lights of the streets.
Answer 906, that traffic south side, decline, maintain 17,000. Seneca 6, Juliet Golf, stay requested on course setting.
Okay, guys, Sergeant.
Seneca 6, Juliet Golf, flight requested altitude 10,500 and stay requested on course setting.
Course setting is 211.
Your on course setting is 211. Roger.
Departure Frontier 154, 3 for 17.
Frontier 154 is radar contact. Pilot maintain 7,000 only.
7,000, Frontier 154.
Yeah, we haven't passed it yet. I'm looking at our radio here.
Juliet 0216, turn left heading 290.
Left 290, maybe 216.
Oh, look at this. Just tired. I think seeing the night sky is making me tired also. Oh, I'm getting a message on my phone. I wonder what it could be.
090 uniform flight heading 160 back to set traffic. Climate maintain 7,000. 7,000, 090 uniform. Turn right heading 050. 050, here 187.
Yeah, so Flight Simulator 4 is a lot of fun. I have to create the airports there.
Departure Skyhawk 80377 is with you. Climate of 3,500 if we can, and on to Southwest County, South County. 0377 main north of Highway 101. You can assume your own navigation. Maintain V4. 377, will do.
Will do. The Gathering Blue.
Go is 403, traffic 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 3 miles southeast on the Tornado, climbing to 4,000, matching the site, maintaining visual separation. Third class, Scott 403.
Doing a little walk around, look around.
Southwest 1749 in Fable, can you start your climb?
1749. 711, traffic 12 times 9 miles westbound on Navajo, 3,500. We're looking 711. Position? Center 711 at 12 times 5 miles westbound, and they're going to continue westbound at 3,500. Thank you.
Yep. We still have a ways to go. That's about right. I think this will be about 80 miles.
1622 out of 3.3 for 170.
Channel 1621's radar contact. Climb and maintain 900,000.
900,000, channel 1622.
Cactus 450, coming under 124.2.
124.2, Cactus 450.
It almost looks like the sun is coming up here in the
Cactus
distance.
1622, flying heading 050.
Heading 050, channel 1622.
And Channel 1622, climb and maintain 10,000. There's traffic at 12 o'clock and 10
my.
southwestbound, indicating
Look at the compass.
10,900 unverified. Appears to be climbing. Expect higher once you pass that traffic.
1622, roger, 050.
Oh, that really drifted off. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Channel 1622 on the 050 heading, intercept 039 radial to Oviedo,
Lots of
intersection, rest
blinking
route
over here.
039 to Oviedo, rest of route train. Unchanged, stand on present heading, channel 1622.
It's almost like there's little people over here taking snapshots, flash photography.
080 now to join 039, channel 1622.
Channel 1622, that vehicle traffic is 2 o'clock and 2 miles, indicating 1,200.
And we got him, TCAS is talking to us about him, but we don't see him. Departure NASA 906, will be passing 3,700 to 17,000.
After 906, large radar contact.
It's neat to have this in the game, but you start hearing the same wave files quite a bit.
Stanza 906, high maintain 14,000.
14,000.
NASA 916, thanks for the tight turn, that traffic zone factor. Additional traffic 12 o'clock and 1 full
I
mile
think we're getting
northbound,
close.
a C9, level at 15,000.
Roger, Seneca 696, Crosse with you.
Seneca 6, Julie Golfers, radar contact, climb maintain 4,500.
I can't remember if the moon changes phases or not. It's probably in that book,
216, flying 360.
in the strategy book that I got.
And 6 miles southeast on a T38, climb at 13,000 for 14,000.
We're looking for maybe, yeah, 216.
NASA 906 through for that altitude, maintain 14,000 for that C9 traffic.
14,000.
Thanks, I appreciate that. NASA 906, the traffic zone factor, climb maintain 17,000.
147,000.
Seneca 6, Juliet Golf, stay requested on course heading.
Okay, John, departure.
Seneca 6, Juliet Golf, flight requested altitude 10,500 and stay requested on course heading.
Course heading is 211.
Your on course heading is 211.
Departure Frontier 154, 3 for 17.
Frontier 154.
I think this goes to Minneapolis.
7,000 only.
7,000, Frontier 154.
Navy Juliet 0216, turn left heading 290.
Left 290, maybe 216.
I know we're getting closer. That's it. That's it right there. Now we gotta get lined up with it. I knew we were getting close.
American 129, turn right heading 040. 40 back 129. 209 uniform, fly heading 160 back to set traffic. Trying to maintain 7,000. 7,000, 094.
Skyfighter 472, descend to maintain 5,000, call me at the airport.
We have the airport inside down to 5,000, Skyfighter 472.
So I don't know if you noticed, but we're hearing chatter from departure now, or arrival. Sorry. Well, that kind of blew us around there, didn't it?
Skyfighter 472, clear visual, approach runway 25 left.
Good for the approach 25 left, Skyfighter 472.
Southwest 1118, descend to maintain 8,000, advising you runway inside.
8,000, field is inside,
Southwest 1118, clear visual, approach runway 25 left, wind is 19017.
Visual 25 left.
We are coming in for a landing.
Route 898 heavy, runway 25 right, taxi to Houston, hold traffic, landing runway 19 left.
All right, position hold 25 right, Route 898 heavy.
I'm not even sure what the altitude is for this airport. Probably should look that up.
Kyle 1947, wind is now calm and runway 25 left, clear to land. Helicopter traffic, no factor.
1947, clear to land, runway 25 left.
Tower, Silverado 150.
Silverado 1 tower, wind 010 at 4, landing at the ramp will be at your own risk.
Silverado 1.
KR1 Hotel Tango, turn right next taxiway, contact ground point enter.
Yeah, technically I should have this all together first, but KRGK, Red Wing, Minnesota. Elevation 777.9.
Which 898 heavy, wind 010 at 4, runway 25 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 898.
This is going to be a little interesting because this is not exactly easy to see here.
Final 11 tower, runway 25 left, clear to land.
Clear to land,
Down now, 1947, cross runway 25 right, traffic holding in position and contact ground point 1.
Okay, Colonel 1947, clear to cross, 25 right and ground point 1.
Which 898 heavy, contact departure.
898 phone.
Amtrak 648 heavy, crossing weight terminal, someone departed heavy route 1011. Wind 360 at 5, runway 25 right, clear for takeoff.
Take up 25 right, Amtrak 648 heavy.
We'll just do my little trick of letting the airport come off the screen a little bit, and then I'll just turn a little bit and turn it a little bit.
Georgia 020 Heavy, runway 7 left, taxi into position, hold for wake turbulence.
Roger, taxi into position 407 left. We'd like to go via Azulus.
Say again, Georgia 020.
We'd like to make track
There it is.
Georgia 020, intersection Delta is the full length of runway 7 left, sir.
Okay, so hold 6.
Amtrak 648 Heavy, contact departure.
648 Heavy.
American 1117 at the end, turn right, cross runway 25 right on Alpha 7.
I can't remember if I
contact ground point 1.
created this airport or not, to be honest with you. I don't think I did, but... I was pretty sure that if I did, I would have put in buildings and taxiways.
Air 2020 Heavy, caution rate turbulence from the departed Heavy L1011. Wind 360 at 4, runway 7 left, good for takeoff.
Takeoff, 27.
American 1117, hold short of runway 7 left. Remain this frequency, hold short. American 1117, down. Go ahead. Roger, hold short of runway 7 left for departing traffic.
Hold short now for departing traffic.
Well, we definitely have the right airport. Remember I told you about the needles? They're very close to the center, so... And we're also on a heading close to 270, so this is definitely the right airport. And we're going to overshoot it here if we're not careful.
Amtrak 1091, thank you, insight, runway 19 left, clear to land.
Clear line, Amtrak 1091. Southwest 998, on places 191.
Southwest 998, our wind 360 at 5, runway 19 left, clear to land, follow 727, short final.
Clear to land 19 left, Southwest 998.
We're not a full Charlie, turn right when able, contact ground control.
I don't think we're going to be landing in the... Okay, we didn't land on the...
050 at 5, runway 28 right, clear to land. 28 right, clear to land, Sunny 104. Other 164, runway 1 right, cleared for immediate takeoff or hold. Other 164, heavy, we're low. American
1191. Traffic will be a Boeing 747 departing prior to arrival. Start reducing. Wind 050 at 5, runway 28 right, clear to land. Float up.
All right, well, we didn't land... Okay, so we didn't land on the actual runway. That was coming up quick. Even with flaps down, that was coming up a lot quicker than I would have expected. But, with the way these flights are, I don't want to sit here and try to do go-arounds. You know, just like, we'll just land it. We have a tough plane, what can I say? All right. Well, let's go ahead and turn this off. And that will do it for this flight. We're here at Red Wing, Minnesota. And we have a red dashboard. Anyhow, thanks for joining me on this flight, and be sure to tune in on the other flight simulators. Those tend to be a little easier. The later ones tend to be a little easier as far as landing. So anyhow, thanks, and I'll see you on the next leg of our journey. If you thought this flight was interesting, then you might want to check it out on these other flight simulators that you see on your screen. It's just a fun way to relive old memories and see how things changed over the years. Be sure to subscribe to be notified of any new videos, and I'll see you on the next flight.